Hello, Division 4. All right, so today's math is 180 and 181. And you can see it starts at number 6. So it's a continuation from yesterday's math using implementing multiplication questions and problems within the context of everyday situations. And that's the whole point of this, right? Is that we've learned how to multiply now, but where and how can we use it? And that's what the point of this is. And as you can see, it's a continuation. And the idea is that you find the ideas of what you need to multiply. With today, though, it steps up to the next level. And you'll see here it says these problems are more difficult because they involve more than one step. Be sure to answer the questions that is asked. So in the sense that they might throw in a little bit of extra information as well as two steps. Maybe you have to multiply, then you have to subtract or something like that. So it's just not looking for the answers. And yet this is where the challenging part comes in, where you have to kind of read it and understand it. It's one thing just to be able to find two numbers, 7, 27, and multiply and see if that's right or not. Now you need to understand it. So let's see here. Let's do a couple here together. So everyone in grade 7, in the grade 7 class, each brought a baseball, a glove, a bat, and a cap to school for field day. There are 27 students in the class. How many items did they bring all together? Okay, so right off the bat, we know it has nothing to do with the grade 7s or the number 7, right? So you can just get rid of that because that might just confuse you. But we know that they needed a ball, a glove, a bat, and a cap or a hat. So there's 4 items there. So there's 27 students. How many items did they bring in all? There you go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 items per student, and they all brought it. So there's your question. And we can do it over here. So it's 27 students, and there's 4 items, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can go ahead and do your math. So it's 4 times 7 gives you 28. 4 times 2 gives you 8, plus 2 gives you 10. So it's 108. And what is it? 108 what? Cookies? Nope. Items, right? So how many items? And so that's your unit. So you'd say the grade 7 class brought 108 items for field day. You want to get in the habit, right? Writing a complete sentence, capitals, punctuation, reading the sentence, really starting to get it. That's the learning, right? There's one thing just to burn through this as fast as you can. There's not the learning there, right? We want to dissect it and really get it. So this is here. These ones step up a bit. So let's do number 7 together as well. Frank has 3 boxes of apples. Okay, so you've got 3 boxes of apples. Sometimes making a drawing can even help too, right? In each box there are 25 apples. If he gives 14 apples to a friend, how many apples will we have left? All right, so Frank has got 1, 2, 3 boxes of apples, right? And each of them have 25 apples. So he has 25 in there, 25 in there, 25 in there. Now, and then once we find out how many apples he has, he's going to give 14 of them to a friend. So there's 2 ways you can do this part. Obviously, you can add those together. You can probably just look at them and knowing money, you probably can figure out how much that is. Or the idea is that you're doing multiplication. Oops, got ahead of myself. So, of course, it is 25 times 3, which I said a lot of you would probably be able to pick that up immediately anyways, but that's the multiplication question. But the second one is now he's going to give 14 of them to his friend. And so if you give something away, you subtract, right? And so the question, of course, would be 75 from over here, subtracting 14 of those apples, because these are apples. And it's a straight subtraction. And so he has 61 apples left. So how many apples will we have left? What's his name? Frank. So Frank has 61 apples left. All right. So these ones are going to probably take you a little bit more. So just double check. Punctuation, capital, especially because this is a name, and then unit, right? What is the app? That would be all the marks if we're marking this right now. But like I said, this is it's going to take you a little bit longer. You have the weekend, you probably worked hard today on Friday, and you'll have no issues. But take your time, make it neat. It's the understanding, right? Just don't look for 18, 15. I got to multiply, right? There's something more to it. Sometimes they're going to use words that are in word form or numbers in word form, or sometimes they're going to use it just to confuse you. They're actually trying to trick you, I think, on some of these. And like, if anything else, do a drawing. Drawings help. For me, it totally clarifies it, right? So you find a strategy that works for you, and there's up to 17 on both pages. And like I said, show your work, show your work, show your work, because we need to know what you're doing, as well as have a complete sentence. And don't forget your units. All right, until next time.